Okay, so that's how that works. Awesome. Hopefully everybody can hear me, all one or two of you, as the case may be. We're just going to work on some elf building here. So obviously camera angles need some work. I understand that, and I apologize for that. I'm still kind of learning everything, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it for maybe, I don't know, not super long. I've got to get stuff with the kids and stuff. This is more of just a proof of concept, testing things out. Uh, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Pay no mind to the lighter. I'm just unclogging my uh, plastic glue. This is definitely not the official way to do this, so ignore that. And you know, I am in no way endorsing or condoning that kind of behavior. So we're gonna work on some of these lovely little ladies. Can we see? I don't know that we can. I may need to work on zooms and lighting. Let's see if we can kind of angle this light a little better. I may need to get it just another light even. Might be the best way to go. But we're just cleaning stuff off here. That's it. I got some elves we're going to work on today. And I enjoy playing with some Eldar. I enjoy playing against them. I know a couple pretty good Eldar players. Sorry if I'm a little shaky. I'm pretty hopped up on coffee. Been slamming cold brews all day. Coffee, not beer. Uh, Although I'm not above either at this point in my life. So, but yeah, no, I know a couple pretty good Eldar players, so it's cool. I get to play against them quite a bit. Shout out to my boy Austin. He fellow veteran like me, big into Eldar, and I think he top three'd one of the last tournaments I did before the fire. I guess we can start calling that BF. You know, like AD, BC. We're just gonna call it BF. That's what we're doing. I feel like something's not working right here. Let's take a look. It says I've got a couple viewers. If anybody's in there, throw something in the chat for me so I can make sure that's working. Just, again, we're doing a proof of concept more than anything. Is there a chat box over here? There is. Who's my one viewer? Users in chat. All right. Interesting. Well, if the chat doesn't work, that's fine. We'll get that figured out. You know, like I said, it says we've got a couple people in. I think maybe we're down to one right now, and that's okay too. Um, all I'm doing is going through and kind of cleaning up the, the bits, the flash, the mold lines, stuff like that. Makes your lines a lot cleaner when you're painting. And I'm average, guys. I'm not an amazing hobbyist or painter. I'm just a dude that likes playing Warhammer more than anything. And now that I have the extra time to put into my armies, I figure I might as well. You know, when I didn't, I used to run a store, and in that store worked like 12, 14 hours a day, so I just didn't have time for much. So I tended to rush my paint jobs, rush my modeling. But now that we have some extra time, oh, we're not even in the camera. Look at us. We're some silly geese. All right, so we do need to kind of make sure we're paying attention to that camera positioning for the modeling camera. And let's see. I don't think we can see very well either. That's okay. We'll get there. Like I said, this is all just proof of concept, making sure we can do it right. I'm going to need to invest in a new webcam. I think two more. we'll get there, because I think what's going to end up happening is we get 2 more webcams, and those 2 become the hobby cams, and then I've got the cameras for the game streams, you know. So I think that's where we're at with life. Speaking of game streams, the game went really well. We actually managed to stream the whole game. I don't think we ran into too many issues. I got to play against Alex, and that was a nail biter of a game. He lost by a single point because I was able to keep a few models alive at the end of the game. I think it was 2, because he took Assassinate, and he had choices. He could either score points on his action secondaries or take a risk and try to clear out screens so he could score points on Assassinate. And he opted for the action secondaries, which was good. It really was, because I don't think he would have been able to clear out the screens. I mean, he didn't anyway. Well, I guess that one's done. That's okay. We don't like it anyway. But you know, he wasn't able to clear out the screens in the last round, and because he wasn't able to clear out the screens, he wouldn't have been able to score Assassinate anyway. Whereas doing his action for his Tau secondary got him guaranteed points. And it literally came down to 3 1-wound models and me making some clutch saves. You know, I had a miracle die for one of them, and I used a CP reroll on one of them, and it kept him from capping no prisoners. And it was the difference between, honestly, it was the difference between tying and winning or losing. I beat him by a single point, so that was a good game. Had some good games. I was playing Sisters, and that army's a mixed bag. It's fun. I like it. I just tend to like the Xenos armies more than the Imperium armies. Something about the way the Xenos armies handles just make me happier. So I feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself, and maybe I am. Maybe that's what you do when you first start streaming, is you just talk to yourself, you know? And that's fine. I talk to myself every day. And these videos, this one probably won't go up. But the Monday stream will get transferred over to the YouTube. Maybe this one will too. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So, perfect. We've got all those cleaned up. And these are my jet bikes. We're actually going to be working on kit bashing these into what you call it, shining spears. These are the shooty ones, the Wind Riders. We're going to turn those into shining spears. I got a buddy who's getting me some spear bits. And that's some delicious cold brew. So, yep. Like I said, we're just kind of testing things right now, making sure it's all good. We're going to build some Eldar for a little bit, and then we're going to go from there. I think Monday we're just going to do a big terrain build. That'll be fun. I got a guy who gave me a big box of terrain, and I'm not keeping it, but I get to use it. Basically, if I build it and I paint it, I get to use it. So I'm going to get to use it for tournaments that I run. And he's got multiple boxes of terrain, and that's cool. And I'm also a Games Workshop employee, so I'm going to have some Games Workshop terrain that we're going to be building next week also. And we're going to stream while I'm building that. We're going to do it while I'm on the clock and see how long it takes before they tell me not to do that. I don't think it'll be an issue. They actually are all about me doing things like this while I'm on the clock for Games Workshop. So it's really cool. It's a really sweet gig. I work for their events team, go out to different places and run events with them and for them. Went to Gen Con, ran their kill team tournament. I did super bad. I was terrible. Not because I'm not a good event runner, I just didn't know Kill Team well enough going into that to feel confident or comfortable enough to run that event. I learned really fast, and I was fortunate. Like the tournament, especially, had some really good dudes. Uh, JD was awesome, and he knew and understood that I was still learning Kill Team, and was a very invaluable resource for me to kind of learn more about the game. And so, uh, you know, it was kind of a last minute decision for me to run the Kill Team event. And in no way am I upset about it. I had a great time. I also ran what's called their sealed box event. And their sealed box event is just what it sounds like. It's almost like a Magic the Gathering draft tournament, except it's not a tournament. Um, it's more of like a how-to. You buy one box, you don't know what's in it, and then you sit across from a person. If you come with a group, obviously you're gonna sit across from one of the guys in your group or girls, and then I walk everybody through a game of Kill Team. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. I again learned a ton about the game. Uh, was on deck to do the Blood Bowl stuff, but they had so many people who could do Blood Bowl that they were just like, "Hey, how do you feel about Kill Team?" And I was like, "Well, guess I could learn it." And that's one thing I've learned is if you're flexible, you can do anything. Obviously, there's not a ton going on these. I'm just kind of going through looking for mold lines and any kind of sprue, the flashing, whatever you want to call it. Just the rough bits where you clip it. Uh, scrape them off. Scrape them off. Probably do some paint stuff too. Again, I'm an average hobbyist, so this is going to be more of just like a hangout than it is educational. Um, this is probably not the best time for me to be doing this, and also this is just a, like I said, a proof of concept. We're just working on making sure everything works. And it looks like everything's working. The lighting is okay. I could probably use better lighting and better camera angles. You know, I know that. I don't have to be a professional streamer to understand that like my setup isn't the best yet. My lonely, lonely chat room with one person and me. That's the big sads. That's okay. That's okay. This is how we start. Okay. So we've done all that. We're going to start putting legs on bodies. Uh, and then I got to find my bases. And then we'll start basing everything. There are instructions here. Clearly, I'm not following them. Just kind of who I am as a person. I don't believe in instructions, I guess. I'll just dry fit everything before I attach it. And that's it. We're just gonna go. I like to say Jesus is gonna take the wheel. It's kind of my way of saying this is what we're doing. Who knows? All right, is that one gonna fit? So, and I just kind of test different. Oh, that's not even. That is the right. That's a weird angle for that leg. That might not be. I don't think that's the right leg. No, this is the downside to building the way I do is sometimes it takes a little extra time because you got to go through and make sure you got everything the way it's supposed to be rather than following instructions. But I've built 40 of these things in the last 2 weeks. I did a build commission for a guy, getting them put together real fast. And, so I've gotten pretty solid at getting these Guardians together with without the instructions. I've actually gotten pretty good at the bikes too. And what's nice is a lot of these are pretty straightforward, actually. They're not like the, what is it, the new Orc kit. Those are terrible. I mean, the sculpts are beautiful, don't get me wrong. The new Orc boys are really nice. But they're just not fun to put together because they basically have you can only do them one way, which these do also. But these are really easy to kind of dry fit and move forward, dry fit and move forward. Whereas, oh, I missed some junk here. I'll just use the snips. Dry fit and move forward. So, there we go. So this is what we're doing. And again, we're probably going to do this for about another 10 minutes, just long enough for me to know that everything's working, everything is good. And again, if you're watching, do me a favor and just drop something in the chat, mostly so I can make sure the chat is working. I don't think that is the right leg. That's fine. All right. Well, let's start doing some of these. This is, all right, this is the other side. This is the other side. So this will go with this one. Yep, look at that. Perfect. And then Tyler's going to start doing this also. Anybody that knows me will know Tyler. He's going to start doing some streaming on the channel also, which is super cool. We're just going to try and build this into just a big hobby. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Hobby Warhammer kind of channel. We're doing live games every other Thursday. It'll be Tyler, myself, Alex, and then we'll have some guests and stuff. It's not only going to be us because that would be boring. And I don't want to be boring. Although I feel like I'm being boring right now. But I think it's just this is brand new for me, and we're all learning. I have to talk to my buddies that do a lot of streaming and see what they do and how they do it and what I can do to get better. Not seeing anything in the chat, which makes me nervous. Basically, I'm not sure that it's working. Which, all right, lets me know it's one more thing to troubleshoot. We're just doing a test, making sure this all works before we go full live for an hour on Monday, and then again on Tuesday. It'll be me Monday, and then Tyler on Tuesday. Speaking of Tyler, he's messaging me now. Let's see what he needs. Okay. So that's you in the chat with me, Tyler. I see you on Facebook. Yeah, Tyler Tuesday. Hey, speaking of Tyler Tuesday, you cannot text because you're on your phone and you don't have access to it, or it's not working. I don't know what ye means. Does that mean it's not working? Oh, okay. I gotcha. So you're not able to interact with the chat because you're basically in here as a guest. Does that sound right? I really missed this one. This one? No, it's not that bad. Oh, am I just... There we go. I was like, man, am I just silly? Am I a silly goose? All right, cool. All right, well, that'll work. Can you actually see what I'm building? I mean, I can see it, obviously, Tyler, but I need to know how it looks on your end. Because my building, the camera for building is actually my cell phone. Oh, well, something's poopy duty in here. We need to clean that out a little bit better, I think. There it is. Okay, cool. So that is showing up. I probably need a little bit better lighting. So that's good to know. And I thought I did, or would. I have that other light I can use, so that'll be okay. Tyler, do you watch a lot of streams? Obviously not on Twitch because you don't have an account, you goblin. Oh, man, I am butchering this lady. Man lady. Okay, so you do watch a lot of streams. So what the hell do people talk about when they're doing shit like this, dude? Like, seriously. Do they just talk about random shit? Like, they just talk about their day? Well, that one sucked. That's alright. I think I probably used the wrong leg. Speaking of legs, I'm missing a leg. Oh, that's why. I got the wrong legs on that model. Let's, they're over here. Yeah, I can't go full-blown lore, dude. And you know this. Like, I've read some books, but, like, space elves do space elf shit, and orcs do orc shit. And everybody does hood rat shit with their friends, you know? Yeah, that was probably really loud. That was loud for me. Yeah, I'm going to be pulling a terrain box for Monday. It's the Sisters one I showed you from Mark. I'm going to start working on that unless I have my work box from Games Workshop by then. All right, let's pull these legs off and fix this. There we go. Yep, that fit way better. Trying not to cough super loud. Something just hit me and now I'm like all nasty. Oh, no. The for Games Workshop. So I'm on their events team and they just approved me to also build for them. So I'll be building terrain for their events. So I actually will have a steady income coming from Games Workshop, which is pretty cool. I'm like a real boy with a real job. Let me swap back over here real quick. Yep, all right. It says we have. Can you see all the users in here, Tyler? Right. That's right. I'm a real boy. Anyway, because Stream is saying we have a few users in here. Two, you and one other. But I'm wondering if it's like somebody who just like never logged out from the last time we were on, and it's just kind of like they're stuck there, kind of thing. All right, so we'll put that in here. What do we? Oh, I think we actually. I think it just warped. This cart is super awesome, Tyler. This thing was so cheap, and dude, it's money. It's not true. I can. You don't know me. All right. Hey, we got somebody else in here to hang out until they realize that I'm just a goblin, and we move on. But yeah, we're just building some elves right now. That's all. All right, that's cool. You work with that tripod, boy. That's also what I would call it. My tripod. And by tripod, I actually mean tripod. Like, it's not a euphemism. But there we go. We're just basing these for now. You know, just getting these lads and lasses all together. I am starting to build an Eldar army. I'm an orc player, for anybody who doesn't know, but I've got a lot of orcs. Well, I had a lot of orcs, and they're gone. But I've got some more to build, and we're gonna just be working on that for now. We're gonna give us 1 second, guys. We're gonna pop over to the online soon screen for a minute so I can take care of something, and I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Uh, Hopefully I did that right, and you guys didn't just hear me annihilating my daughter verbally. It's not true. That's not what I was doing. There we go. Tyler, if you're still in here, did that little transition work out? Did it jump to the other screen the way I think it should have? And then jump back? What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right. We're just waiting for this little homie to dry. There we go. I think once we get these all based, we're going to stop for the day. I have my proof of concept for the stream. All right, that one. And this is the downside to building them the way that I do. If I'd have used instructions, it would have worked a lot better. But instructions are for suckers, right? That's what I always say. It's not what I always say. That's okay. We'll see how this goes. We will probably go ahead and put this on YouTube, as awkward as this probably is. Just me talking to myself for, 30 minutes or so. I'm not even going to edit it. We're just going to slap it up there in raw. Uh, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. That is good to know. You're going to want to make your own Twitch account at some point, probably, and then I will get you this login also, and then I will find out if we can just have you stream. Hey, no complain. That's funny. I heard somebody else say that today, and it was so for anybody that doesn't know, I do have a part-time job that I've been working since the fire, and even a little bit before then, where I caption phone calls. And obviously, I can't like talk about details of phone calls and stuff because it's a privacy issue. But what I can do is I can share this little gem. Uh, did a phone call where this dude, and he obviously had. Like just listening to him talk, he had some sort of disability, and that is what it is. But he would just go like this other person would talk, and then he would go, oh, yeah, ain't no complain. And man, like I'm probably a terrible human, but that was some of the funniest stuff I had ever heard. And so it just came part of our vernacular with all the people that came into the shop. Uh, we just it just kind of became our thing. Yeah. But Tyler, I did hear a dude do that while I was captioning a phone call today. Uh, this dude from I believe Texas, and he was just like, "Well, I can't no complain," and I thought, "Oh my gosh, is this just a regional thing? Is this real? Like, do people real? That is not the right base. Do people really just say this? So I'm gonna need to find out. Like that's a thing I need to find out. I dropped the base, and I need to figure out where that went too. That is also not the right base. That's big sads. What do we do with that base? Um, well, that's kind of the poopy duty. Is it still in the box? It might be. It sure is not. That's a good question. You mean like this? Is that better? Captain Too Tall, is that better? Mostly because I'm still learning everything, and I'm mildly not intelligent. That is better. I am seeing it now. Man, here I am on the internet in all my glory. All right. What do we got here? Oh yeah, I dropped the base, and now I got to figure out what I did with it. That's the big poopy duty. Um, hmm. We could just steal one of these other bases over here for now. And is that the same base? That is the same base. That might be what we do, is just steal one of these and get this box done. Oh, that is a thumbs up. Okay, I was not sure what the heck emoji you put on there. That was terrifying to look over and see whatever that was. We're just mangling this model real quick because this is who I am as a person. Yeah, I am really handsome. You are correct. And I'm glad I got to say that on the internet at least once. We are going to basically finish up this box of Guardians. I don't think I'm going to do the whole box because I have to decide whether I'm going to do the shooty ones or the melee ones. And then after that, we're going to probably call it because this is like just a test more than anything. Oh, geez. Imagine being... Did I put the legs on backwards again? No. You can't put this leg. No, I just did a dumb angle. There we go. I built these one time and I put the legs on backwards, and that was really impressive. And so yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to build these as the shooty guardians or the stabby guardians. And you know, my heart, my heart says build the stabby ones, but I think I might build the first box as shooty ones and then go from there. It seems like the smarter move. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is building this whole Eldar force into a Yanari force and then going from there. Like, at some point I'm going to need a lot of melee units, but if I build into Yanari, I can just kind of focus on Banshees and Incubi and the Encarn and see how that goes. See where the wind takes me, as they say. I think they say that. Somebody says that. I don't know. I don't know what that means. He's got a really big stick, and I don't know what that means. It's terrifying. All right, so those are going to have to dry before we move on too far with those. But there we go. We got them all based. So that's it. We're gonna call it here. Mostly because, like I said, I wanted to get them all based, get them all ready. We're just doing a test before Monday so that on Monday I'm not jumping through my ass trying to get everything figured out at the last second. So we're going to do a live stream on Monday morning at 8 o'clock. And then we're going to have Tuesdays with Tyler at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, obviously. And then we will be doing every other Thursday live streaming games. And we will get some guests in there. I did say it. You are correct. I probably say it a lot. I say a lot of dumb shit. So every other Thursday. I don't know if we're going to start that this Thursday or if we're going to start that next Thursday. Um, Basically, it just kind of depends on the schedule and whether or not we can get a guest for this Thursday, and what like Tyler and Alex's schedule is. Like those are the determining factors. Because the one thing I am learning is that streaming for games is a team effort, and I've got a great team, and they're doing a great job, and I appreciate the hard work that they've put in, and they've helped me a ton. I've learned a lot, so. That's it. We're going to call it here, and I will see everybody on